Hey guys, welcome back to our Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. As you can see, we are back in Dinendal. No, this isn't Dinendal. This is Redcliffe. I know things. And these things are glorious. Over there we have Redcliffe Castle, I think.
Move along, friend.
Very well.
Thank you.
Interesting. Confusing. Dictatorial. I don't know, I'm just saying random words. Swinging my legs, swinging my legs. I need to get me a new chair.
Blessed are the peacekeepers.
Yeah, just give me my money and pay me. There's nothing to do. Nothing?
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
No problem, dude. Well, we got all that done. Oh, yeah. By the way, if you didn't watch the previous game, we can't finish this crest. We can't finish this crest. This quest because the fifth hooded figure is in the alienage, and I haven't unlocked that. So, we'll have to skip that. Mage's Collective. Place of power. Okay, and I don't know where these... And Dinendal, I believe that's also in the alienage, so I can't do that one either. Burning the bodies. Because the undead like to eat people.
Good to see you again.
Let's see what you got for me. Nothing. You guys got nothing for me. Although, if I were a mage, getting ripped, and wearing, you know, armor and stuff, nobody would ever suspect me. Which is good. Which is pretty good. Which is a good way to hide. I wonder if we'll meet anyone else who will do that. You know? It's not like... I always pictured like the Blackstone irregulars too. And the Mage Collective to be like these shadow organizations who would never be seen in public. Well, the Blackstone irregulars, you know.
There are many gone who we must honor. But we must also remember those who aided us in our darkest hour.
Good to see you again.
Is everything alright?
So far. I'll be fighting Darkspawn soon enough. I don't look forward to it. With the Maker's luck, I'll live through it all to tell my grandchildren a tale or two. Here's to hoping you can do the same.
Wicked mustache, dude. Alright, let's see. The Chantry is still somewhat barricaded. Almost looks identical.
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
That's no place for a broom. Morgan, you need to ride it. Yes, I went... She is a witch. But, yeah. Let's see. People, please comment on whether or not on how I could improve these. We're going in the tavern because reasons. I don't know.
So, what does your uncle say? Is he doing what you thought?
If it isn't the hero of the day, what can I get you? Right, I've got some...
Let's see what you got. You have nothing I want. Everything you have sucks. So do you.
Look, I'll tell you about it later. Not while you're yelling about, that's for sure.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
Okay. So...
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
I know they were more respected in the old days.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Does the story have griffins in it? Go on.
The blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
Griffins? And then Isildur picked up his father's broken sword and slit off the archdemon's fingers and took the one ring and threw it into Mount Doom. Wait, sorry, that's a different game. What happened then?
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt.
Cool.
And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
This story isn't very Pacific, huh? Isn't about a Pacific battle, is it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Great. So, me and Alistair have to live up to being defenders of humanity, dwarven, dwarva, elf, the Cune, everybody from the Darkspawn. Great. And I'm just a crappy elf whom can only do this. Oof. Are they gone? Yeah. So, thanks, Win. You made me feel...
What's on your mind?
So, Grey Warden, I'll never leave. So, Grey Warden, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
Oh, wow. I could try, but it wouldn't. And that makes me sad. Well, I don't think I was ever meant to be normal.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
It's on my mind. No, I like my life.
I didn't. Not for a long time. When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
And this upset you? The grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Hard to imagine you as a moody youth.
Well, I was. Dreadfully morose. Surly. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, the chapel. I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things. But she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason. And fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
And that made you feel... can't get enough of that religious claptrap. Oh no, not claptrap.
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
I suppose priests have to give up a lot too.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty, and there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
It'll be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
Well, Win, I choose to be neutral, gray about the whole situation. Realistic in my actions. You know? Yeah. Alistair, you're not doing anything. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, blast it.
Okay, we did your side quest.
Indeed.
How about yours? Liliana?
Something I can help with?
Nothing. Never mind. Let's see. Shit. Okay. Wait, what's Liliana's friendship thingy? Companion meter. Warm. It's warm.
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
I don't think Dog has a,
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
What does it take to be... Tell me a little about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom, or so the saying goes.
And it has assassins. Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
Of course, my mother was better than any gem. Of course, my mother was better than any gem.
You have me there, indeed. I, for one, can make no such claim, as I never laid eyes on the woman. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Your home is still there. No Antivan boots for you. Your home is still there, Severin.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
Yeah, well. You need to make the most of where you are.
Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Hey, wait, you got a problem with the rabbit stew Alistair cooks every night? Yes. Yes, he does, actually. That is all Alistair cooks. That is all Alistair will ever cook. I'm trying to think. Alright, where would Zevran... Yeah. Oh, that's my guy. Zevran. Wow, he has higher dexterity than I do. Mental and physical check.
Braska!
Nope, dog. Come here. See anything interesting? Ian! Silly dog. Bring me anything. Oh, right. Wow. Fan. Let's see, Mbari claims this area as territory increasing. And, oh. Doesn't matter what you do with your dog, he will always love you. Always. doggy. Really big, too. And he rolls around in his own filth. Huzzah. See, there's no way the dog could ever hate you. Unless you deliberately tried to make him hate you.
Yes.
Anyway, what I've been trying to do is trigger my companions, my buddy's companion quests, you know? Sacred Ashes, favors. Yeah. So, I've been trying to queue up their companion quests, but I believe the only way I can do that is if I'm actually in the... if I'm actually in the thing, the camp. Huzzah. Let's see.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
I think it turned out quite well, don't you?
I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Isle's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Isle that much.
If we can stop the Blight, we'll save much more.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Alistair does make me laugh, and I do find it funny. But I gotta drop some stuff off for these guys. Turn in crafting materials. All the elf fruit. One. All the deep mushrooms. Don't worry, they don't play any purpose in the game right now. Give all the death roots. All unassigned.
We will make good use of what you have brought us.
Alright, let's see here. Oh.
Warden.
Liliana?
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
You were no. Nothing. Never mind. Alright, so. Well, I'm gonna end it here, guys. I will see you next time. Have fun.